to go ahead and see. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are not the only ones. On this show, we want to bring others in to give them an opportunity to speak their piece, because this is something that has reverberated around Washington Nation, and not just Washington fans, but other fans, man, close, near, and far. So we're going to ask the question, what are reactions? And we're going to bring in some of our guys. Actually, real quick, this segment right here, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by our local handyman. And
hey there, ladies and gents. Your local handyman, Anton Benton, here to help you with your problems. I'm here right now on the job site, taking out whole kitchen cabinets. A little bit more work to do, but if you got a project at your house that you need to get completed, I'm your guy to finish it up for you. Give me a call, let me know what you need to get done.
Your new company, man. Shout out to your new company. Go ahead and tell the world about your new company real quick.
Oh boy. So marketing, Anton Benton Pros.
Yes.
Doing everything from plumbing to electrical to making huge decks to doing closets.
Yes.
Doing it all.
That's what's up, man. I'm super happy
Thank
for
you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you need any work done, my man travels. And let's go ahead and bring him in right now, Mr. Anton Benton.
Yo. I am grateful for what you have done for me, sir. I am grateful.
You know what it is, baby.
Salute to both of you, sirs. Salute to both of you.
Oh yeah. But look, hey, my guy Anton's not the only one. We got to bring, this guy, I'm going to bring him in, and I need to let him just tell you some of the new things that he is just getting into, some voiceover work. My guy, Mr. Fingers, Mr. 1800 Personalities. Yay. What up, boy?
What's going on, my boy?
Oh, you know we good, man. We good.
Look, listen, sir, Mr. Benton. Many props to you on your business venture. Congratulations on everything. We might have to change your official title. We gonna have to come up with some kind of title. We gonna have to change it from handyman to something else, because I know a certain young lady that put this ring on this finger to tell you it's only one real handyman. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless. If you don't take that dirt and put it back inside your head.
Let's go.
I just saw it here the other day. The woman said to me, the wife said to me, I need a garbage disposal put underneath the sink. Can you do it for me? Can you be my personal handyman? I said, sure thing, baby, I got you. Inside my head, I was scared because I ain't never put no garbage disposal in underneath the sink before. But I did it, and I didn't blow myself up. So there you go.
There you go. Hey,
yes,
there you go. But look,
I'll let you know if you need to open those lines and talk to me how to walk through it. I got you.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have you in my ear like an earwig, like on NCIS when they had the joints in their ear, and I'll be like, "What I'm supposed to do now?" My wife could be checking on me. You all right, baby? Nah, I got it. Hurry up, bro. She getting suspicious.
Let's go. Helping husbands everywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes. Hey, that could be a service.
Hey,
$50 a pop.
Hey, we got one more guy in the background. The guy that is lighting up the late night, the king of the late night. My guy, Mr. Big Nate, host of Big Nate Sports Talk Podcast. What up, Nathan?
What's good, fellas? What's good?
How we doing, man?
I'm hanging in there.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yo, hey, ladies and gentlemen, he will be going on a little bit later, 10:30 tonight, talking about all of the crazy news that's been going on. But, guys, we know why you're on here. We're on here to talk about Carson Wentz getting traded to Washington. Was it too much? Are you excited about it? Anton, I'm going to come to you first. How do you feel about this? What are you thinking, man?
First thought, I'm like, what in the world are they up to now in that office?
out of left field, hey, let's just go ahead and get our quarterback now.
Mm-hmm.
What? What? Russell just gets signed. Now all of a sudden, oh, let's be in the news too. Now.
Yeah, exactly.
What? So, first option, I'm already thinking something's got to be behind this in order for Carson to come back to our conference.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pay his leftovers to get him back here.
Yeah.
I'm already like, what? So, wrapping and thinking about it, honestly, you think about his stats. He was in Philadelphia, bad O-line. It made him look bad. He goes to Indianapolis. 1 year, he's already helping that team over 500. Talented quarterback in the wrong situation. Could we do that for him here? Now, the fact that we got him early, we've got a lot of other things to concentrate on. Yeah. We don't have to worry about a quarterback in the draft.
Yep.
I'm good for that now. I'm thinking, okay, this is a good business move because now we don't have to think so hard. We have defense kind of locked in. We have our offensive quarterback already here. We've got already a lot of players already locked in for their starting spots. We can just now start to comb through all the little parts. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I can dig it. All right. Hey, Mr. Fingers, Mr.
Yes,
Atlanta,
sir.
Mr. Hotlanta. You got some news. You got some news down there yourself.
Oh yeah. You listen, you talk about Washington fans being salty. We Atlanta fans are real salty. First, Calvin Ridley's like, yeah. Ooh, we getting beat. Say something quick. Hey, I got problems. I'm gonna go sit down for a while. And now you lost him for the whole season. Now you have your number one receiver out for another season because he can't stay on FanDuel. So we got our own $1,500 cost him $10 million. I think that's the meme I've been seeing floating around. I'm just saying somebody did not teach him math.
He ain't getting it.
If Johnny has 10 million apples, but if he spend this 15 on what he's not supposed to, he gonna lose these 10 million. Will Johnny spend that $1,500?
He not getting it. He not getting it. What you thinking about this? Carson Wentz, man. Carson Wentz coming to Washington. The Colts got a ransom apparently for him. What are you thinking, man?
Well, number one, I know the accounts payable department in Indianapolis. Like, whew, we could write that off. I'm not gonna lie. I was on the clock. I was still working a 9 to 5 when my phone dinged, and I looked and I was like, huh?
Right.
I was like, you, Anton, like that. The Washington front office. Ashburn is like that little brother or little sister that's got the big brother or big sister that's always the outstanding one. It always gets the good grades. It always is excellent at everything they do.
Chip on the shoulder.
And they got to be over the top. They're like, hey, Mom, look at me. Wait, I'm over here. I'm setting the house on fire. Didn't I do that? That's kind of that's what I have observed from a first person perspective during the time I lived in Virginia and got to see it up close. Yeah. And I'm like you, and my first reaction was like, yo. And what is it? Commander Kirk, Commander, what is it?
Commander Carson.
Commander Carson. That's even. God, could you imagine? Wait, could you imagine if Cousins was still here though? Could you imagine if Cousins was still here? Be Commander Kirk. It's anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, because it was already called him Captain Kirk.
The real fans say it right.
Anyway, that was my first thought, but I haven't had some time to walk it back and think about it for a second. I agree with you guys. I mean, you already have a quarterback in here. You can finally sit beer can down. That's what I call it. Y'all can sit beer can down. He can relax. And if you got any picks left on, later in late rounds, maybe you could pick you up a good third because y'all know you have a tendency to run through the first two at some point during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want to
Mm-hmm.
say, but
Facts.
I don't know. I mean, let's look at what's going on right now. Philly is not. I don't foresee Philly being a threat. I think Philly, at least this season, still has some work to do.
They got three first rounders.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens
because of Carson Wentz, and that's right. You see how it comes full circle.
Oh boy, I didn't even know all that. Well,
Oh God.
Well, at least, you're not okay. Well, at least you're not gonna have to worry about the Giants, and the way things are looking in Dallas, you might not have to worry about them this season either. So,
but you're still looking at people that still got to learn pro football,
right? Get together,
right? But I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, you have a quarterback that has experience in leading a team from the front, not chasing from the back of the pack. I mean, he's done a little bit of both. He's done a little bit of both since he left Philly, but he can lead from he's good at leading from the front. You mentioned that 11-2 season, and were not for the fact for him getting hurt, he would have. You know what I mean? I think he still would have won that Super Bowl. So you got that quarterback with that experience.
Yeah.
Will that quarterback be able? Will he be able to channel that and bring that back? That remains to be seen. If that's the quarterback you guys get next season, Washington is going to be something to look out for.
Very true. Very true.
Washington is going to be something to look out for.
Look,
big if though.
Very big if. But I mean, hey, Nathan, I'm coming to you. It is a very big if, but you are one that could you understand having a quarterback that he was highly touted to as we came in, but he was from a smaller school, North Dakota State. You know, he's from a school that wasn't the major powerhouse. You had a quarterback, Mr. Joe Flacco, for Delaware State, you know, that was able to make some moves, who had talent. Now, he's doing great right now, but there was a time coming out of college that he was highly touted, and everybody's like, oh, this is the next big thing. Carson Wentz was that guy at one point. Can he get to that? Can he get back to that kind of level? Or is this a terrible move?
I mean, I think he can get back to not like. I mean, he was at one point considered an MVP conversation. He got hurt.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, this is just how I feel. You know, particularly that last year in Philly, I think his confidence was shook. I mean, he really had no talent at wide receivers. I think using practice squad wide receivers and third string running backs off the street.
Well, look, his confidence was shook since Nick Foles took his team to the Super Bowl and won it against Tom Brady.
I think
he's never been the same.
The next season.
Yeah, he's never been the same.
No, I mean, and also Indianapolis. I mean, if your name is not Jonathan Taylor, who else was a reliable playmaker for Indianapolis?
Michael Pittman Jr. I mean, I get what you're saying. But yeah.
So I mean, like, you don't need. I mean, you got McLaurin, you've got Logan Thomas. I'm not sold on Curtis Samuel because of injuries. I feel like Washington could move on from that contract, but we'll probably eat a year of his salary. I mean, if you just put decent receivers and an offensive line that can stay healthy in front of them, I think it's a good move. But I'm not really feeling the fact that a quarterback guru and Frank Wright after 1 year didn't really fight for his guy. Right. That's my concern. He didn't fight for him. It was kind of like, okay, well, we didn't make the playoffs, so yes, Carson, we're going to let you go. That's my only concern. Like, after 1 year, like, Frank Wright gave up on you, like.
And that was weird. No, right. That was weird because they were always talked about as being, oh, this is his guy, and they're close and this and that, and there was no defense to keep him.
I think it was the front office. I think they forced his hand. That's what I think. I think if it's okay, well, if you keep him and then we don't make the playoffs, we're letting you go. And I think that's just how Indianapolis is. Ever really since Andrew Luck's left, they're in a mess.
I mean, I think there was a lot
Darius
of.
Leonard came out and was like, "Yeah, another quarterback, another 5 years." Like we all know that doesn't sound like he's happy about it. So
now look, all right, we're in this position. We have him now. Can we move on, Will? Can we move on now to something that, hey, let's go on, look at the draft. Can we look at another quarterback? Do we get another quarterback with the 11th pick, or do we wait till maybe later on in the draft? What do you think?
Yeah, that's the $1 billion question is what are they going to do? I mean, you certainly don't think the 11th overall pick is going to be a quarterback now. And to what people are kind of talking about, Carson doesn't really do well if he's got someone behind him that's pushing him.
Yeah.
He seems to have some trouble with that. In his head, being able to be the guy if he's got BD Nick, behind him, or if he's got Jalen Hurts drafted potential, and he just can't seem to do that. So I think you got to tread carefully, because you certainly could in the second or third round draft someone to come in and learn and kind of sit from him. You also could go later on with someone like from Wisconsin and Notre Dame, Jack Cohn, who probably is never going to be a starter, but you're grooming a backup. And you're looking at a chance for Carson Hinton. We're going to give you a chance here. We're going to let you, take the reins from here if it works. And if not, we got it out in a year. But I think it's really going to be interesting to see how quickly do they try and get a rookie as well to come join us. I actually think what Nate said is the biggest point here. In the last 2 years, 2 coaches, 2 organizations have shipped him out. That's something really concerning. And Indy is not saying necessarily because of play. They were talking about it from locker room, from leadership, from he had some COVID issues, getting a vaccine, and like kind of Ron wants someone to be a leader, and this guy is not exactly screaming like I'm the leader of the team, like we all thought when he was first coming up out of it.
Right. Now, and see that's another thing. That's one of the things the reason why I brought that up about the Joe Flacco thing. A lot of these guys that come from maybe big name schools are kind of in the
Flacco,
similar.
just really quick, went to Delaware, not Delaware State.
I mean, okay, my bad. Thank you, appreciate it. So, but a lot of those guys that go to the bigger name schools, the Ohio States, the Michigans, they all kind of train together. They all combine together. A lot of those smaller schools, they kind of have their own close-knit group that they stick with and they do that with. Is this something? I mean, we always talk about, a lot of the big name Power 5, all these teams coming together and they play in a league and it's kind of like the same mentality. With these younger guys, they all have chips on their shoulder. Is it something with a Carson Wentz or with the Flacco, with one of these guys where it's kind of like, maybe they're not on that same level. Maybe they can't relate to the other guys in the locker room because the smaller schools aren't getting that kind of the TV deals and the same incentives. You know what I mean? This guy didn't go to Anthony, you and I talk about it on the college football. He didn't go to a Georgia, and, a Stetson Bennett might not be on paper the same, but Stetson Bennett has dealt with a lot more. You know what I mean?
The bright lights in the big city, like CeeLo Green said.
Every week. Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, is that something? I mean, anybody, does that play a part? And
I'm going to jump in here. I don't think so. I think leadership is something that you are innately born with. It's not necessarily something that can be taught, especially when it comes to anything really. Anything really. But especially when it comes to sports, you either have it or you don't. Now, one of the two things that can make the team, the offense rally around you is either you are a rally the troops and come on, men, follow me, and they'll follow you headfirst into the fire, or you were just so damn good that they don't have any choice. Because like we always say, what cures all ails when it comes to sports franchises? Winning. And so it's one of those two things. And Carson has kind of shown that he's not really a leader type. And whatever special juice, Michael's special juice that he drank when he was down in Toonland has run out since he was in Philly, and it's just not. He doesn't have that same juice anymore.
mental. Yeah.
So
You know what?
I mean, yeah.
I definitely agree with you guys. Like, there's a lot that goes on, and Mr. Fingers, I agree with you that we need a leader. We haven't had somebody that's outspoken, that wants to lead the team, that puts everything of the burgundy and gold on their shoulders. And I feel if Carson puts on the uniform, he's going to be like, all right, I got this offense now. Like, there's a quarterback that can go on the field and pretend like, all right, I'm just going to go out for stats, like Kirk Cousins, or somebody that can actually go out there and be like, all right, guys, we got this. Go out into the huddle and be like, you know what, y'all fired? I'm ready. I'm ready to throw this ball to y'all. Get down the field. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like we have been missing. Robert Griffin did that pretty well for our offense. I'm not going to lie. That was one of his strengths that helped everybody on the field when he was there.
Mm-hmm.
His power of leadership, of like encouragement, getting everybody like amped up.
His play didn't help. I mean, his play helped as well. You know what I mean? Like, that didn't hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And now we have Carson Wentz, who has been on the chop block in Philadelphia for 2 or 3 years, and then Jalen Hurts comes in. Oh, I'm pissed because they just got a new quarterback. He's mad.
Right.
He goes out to Indianapolis, trains hard, does literally the best year he's probably almost had.
And then,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now his backers that don't want him are sending him off to Washington. If I'm Carson Wentz, I'm marking myself off as a dead man. I am training as hard as I can so I can show everybody what I can do.
Yep.
I'm going back to the conference so I can show the Eagles what they're missing.
Yep.
That's what I feel like his motivation is right now.
Yeah.
He should be in the middle of a Rocky training montage right now.
Yeah. Correct.
Up in the mountains, like when Rocky was getting ready to fight Drago.
Like, he's alone. Like, he's like, ain't nobody supporting me right now. I got this.
Exactly. That's where him going to the smaller school is kind of like that chip on his shoulder. Now that chip is a mountain. Now it's a boulder mountain.
Yes.
It's huge. And he's like, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Will, what were you saying earlier, Will?
Yeah, it's exactly what you're talking about. It's like when it comes to small school guys and coming with a chip on their shoulders, proving themselves. And that he did, and he got a big money deal. And so did he slack off? And the fact that now he's been traded twice. He's been, just discarded. People are blasting this trade as, oh my gosh, they gave up too much for this guy, and now he gets to go against Philly twice. And Philly still has the general manager who got rid of him there. The coach has changed, but he's got, a guy that he can, really stick it to Philly fans twice a year, and going there to the link is not going to be easy. Hopefully that can motivate him to play a whole lot better for us. Because, I mean, it is an improvement on the field.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, the elephant in the room, if he can stay healthy.
And see, that's where I think he can definitely benefit our team because, when he was on Philadelphia, he had a backup quarterback. He had somebody there to help him. We have Heineke. He's good off the bench. I'm not going to lie. His strong point is when he's seeing somebody get hurt and he's like, you know what? I'm fresh. Let's do something good. Let's get out there. Like, his brain fresh off the bench is like ridiculous. He's like that. But I feel him being that backup is probably his better suit. He's not good out the gate, first quarter, like, let me decide everything where I need to go.
Right.
I really think he needs to learn that, and he hasn't had anybody.
He's a relief pitcher. Give him a couple late innings where he can go do it. He's great for that time, but don't give him a full 9. He's not going to do that.
Yep. I really feel like he could be one of those, like, Tyson Hill every now and again come in, special play. Rivera's just going to, do his riverboat run, third down. Let's put in Heineke to get us a first down.
Okay. Oh, maybe like Taysom Hill. Okay. Okay, look, all right. We appreciate it. Look, I'm going to go right around, and we're going to give our quick predictions of what we think is going to happen. Nathan, I'm coming to you first. Nate, what do you think the outcome's going to be? Is Wentz going to do good for us, or are we in a Fitzpatrick situation where he gets hurt in the first week?
No, I think Washington will do fine. I say they'll go 11-6.
Oh my!
That's way more than fine.
Okay,
That's
I
a
can dig
division
it.
winner right there.
I can dig that. Okay.
But I did have one question before you go, because I don't know if you guys could, but you guys were talking about leader. What type of leader? Vocal leader, pointing people out? Because there's different ways.
All the way around.
Yeah.
I think
All the way around. When it comes to football, you kind of had to be all the way around. You had to be able to encourage the guys that you can see are putting in the effort, but maybe aren't getting it. You need to be able to call out the guys that are not pulling their weight. And sometimes you have to be able to say, hey guys, if you made the mistake, hey guys, that was on me. Like Sean, you and I have talked about before with a quarterback maybe missed the receiver on the play and he's coming back and he's like, hey man, that was on me. I'm coming back to you somewhere in the next sequence. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to do all of those things. And above all else, you have to be able to step up at the most opportunity, step up at a time when the team needs it most. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think it's just a general all around. There's no one specific category.
Yeah. So hey, go right into it. Mr. Fingers, Mr. Anthony Handy. What are your predictions? What do you think is gonna happen with this guy?
Well, you know, I think that I would like to say last year Washington had some issues. Okay, you know they had issues. I used to play at Savannah State before I came down there. I think the team went like that year before they went something like 4-6. Now after Coach Davis, the coach that's all up, went down there, won the SIAC championship. Shout out to the men's basketball team winning the SIAC Division II, going to the tournament. Lady Tigers too, go Tigers. Anyway, I feel like Washington is on. Washington is for a come up. Washington is due for a come up. Now, Nathan, I'm not gonna go as far as you are. No, by the way, sir, don't forget August. Chicken wings. You're gonna have to figure it out, brother. You're gonna have to get the if I gotta drag you down there and take you and get you a chicken vaccine so you can go ahead and get your chicken, we're gonna have us a chicken wing.
Lord and me.
Anyway, we gonna keep it. You know, I got to see how I got him, Sean. I didn't mention to do it, but they call me the escalator because I come up and creep on you slow. Anyway, Washington, I think they do for a come up, just like the escalator. I think that I really think that Riverboat Ron is gonna figure out how to do something. He's going to be like Lawrence Fishburne on the raft, paddling his way over to the juke joint. He's going to think something up. He's going to cook up some W's. I think that Riverboat Ron is going to cook up some W's this year. It's going to be some L's, but it ain't going to be a Club Shay. She ain't going to give out as many L's from the kitchen this year. I'll say I'm not going to go as high as Nathan, but I think that Washington will feel, it's 17 games this season, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to get out of character. I'm going to go. I want to say 9. I can't do that too long and make my throat hurt like Cat Williams. I want to say 9-8, 10-7, which is still a vast improvement over this past season.
Bet. Anton, how you think Wentz is gonna do this year, man?
You know, I wanted to answer Nathan's question. Honestly, I think we've been looking for a leader that is vocal. Period. We've got talent. We've got people that can put stats. We've got people that can get out there on the field, but we haven't had anybody that's vocal. And that's the part that we have been missing in a leader, period. And to go back to that, I want to say with the revenge that if Carson Wentz can pull, I'm going to say 11-5. I'm going for it. Like, I feel like that's why I say my confidence, Mr. Moral Support over here, I'm going to go for it.
That's your name.
I feel like the team could use this. It could be a really good uplift for McLaurin, for our boy Young. Like, their enthusiasm in the locker room will carry.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get 11 games.
What about the other game? 11-5. There's 17 now.
They're flying in the Mission Man
formation.
We even 12. We even 12-5.
No, I'm gonna go 12-5.
Okay.
I'll go for the top.
Wow.
Hey, look,
Swinging for
Sean,
the
you
fences.
you I know you was clowning, but you predicted that the Commanders were going to the Super Bowl next year. This might be the year.
I did do that. And I did do that on Does That Make Me Crazy? On Does That Make Me
Wow. You might have
On
to
Does
edit that in.
Crazy? It happened. Hey, and this household seems to be gold. So there we go. Hey, we appreciate y'all coming on here. We appreciate it. Yes, this is going to be an interesting time of the year, and we definitely are going to bring you guys back for the draft and as all that stuff gets going. So, Mr. Anton Benton, Mr. Anthony Handy, and Nathan Snell, definitely appreciate you. Take care, gentlemen. Yes, sir.
North Carolina sucks.
Nathan Snell has left the chat.
They all have exited. Wow.